Hello friends, welcome back in this video session of refrigeration and air conditioning. Today we are going to learn noise control in HVAC. My name is Mr. S.V. Kumbar, Assistant Professor, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yadrao, Ichalkaranji. So first we would like to mention different sources of noise in air conditioning system. So basic HVAC functionality. Generally, why do we require HVAC and heating, ventilation and air conditioning system? So when room air is blown over a heat exchanger through which heated liquid or cooled liquid, this liquid is circulated and unwanted thermal energy is released outdoors. That's why we require HVAC. In HVAC, it covers both heating and cooling as well as ventilation system. So first of all, we will find different noise sources in HVAC. So first important one is fan. Generally inside duct we need to fit fan. That fan may be axial, centrifugal or propeller type of fan. The main purpose of fan is to draw air, and that air is distributed to the space which is to be conditioned. So this is the one of the part which generates noise continuously. Second important source is compressor. Generally compressor is a part of vapor compression refrigeration system where it compresses vapors of refrigerant continuously. Therefore, compressors are used to convert gas to liquid. So generally we use piston type of reciprocating compressor, in some cases rotary compressor, scroll compressor, centrifugal compressor and screw compressor also. This is the second type of source in HVAC. Third type of source is pump. On a large scale basis, for cooling purpose, we require pump which circulates liquid, generally water, continuously to cooling tower. So pump is one of the source which generates noise. Next, diffuser and duct work. Generally, if the velocity of conditioned air is very high, it generates noise, and if it is fitted with diffuser at the end, then again breakout noise can be also produced. So these are the different sources of noise. And other noise sources are waste and rain leader piping, transformers if it is included, dimmer rack, light and ballast, elevator equipment. These are the other noise producing sources. So first of all, we will find noise control approaches. First, location of equipment. As I said earlier, in order to circulate air, we need to use fan, blower, etc. So the location of that equipment is important when noise control has to be achieved. Second important, ceiling penetrations. So ceiling has to be used properly. Third, resilient mounting of equipment and connected services. Fourth, flexible connections to equipment. Fifth, lower fluid velocity. As I mentioned earlier, if the air velocity is very high, then it produces noise at tremendous level. Also it generates vibrations. So lower fluid velocities should be maintained so that vibration and noise is very low. Internal duct lining and duct attenuators. Generally internal part of duct is lined with certain material so that there is a less friction between air and material. Routing of ductwork and piping. Last one, enclosing duct work and piping, means inlet duct and exhaust duct, these are enclosed so that there may be chances of less noise. First one is the fan coil unit. So first, opportunity for significant noise issues. Fan and coil in close proximity, high turbulence is created. So in the figure it is shown. Sixth one is a fan speed control. Fourth one is the fan motor. Auxiliary condenser fan is also used. So generally its application finds typically close to listener, that is hotel rooms, etc. Here water flow noise is produced. Packaged air handler. This packaged air handler includes fan or fans, one fan or many fan. Also it includes heating coil, cooling coil, air filters, humidifier, air dampers and controlled, etc. This is typically packaged air handler. Typical air handler design. This is typical built up air handling unit which is shown here. This is the main duct supply. This is the discharge plenum 1, discharge plenum 2. These are the two discharge plenum. Here fresh air draws inside. It's a fan, filter, and this air is supplied for the final application. As I said, equipment location which will generate noise. So here this figure gives when bottom panel radiated to noise. Here central part, bottom panel radiated to noise. After that supply duct breakout noise which will come here. Supply air noise, when we supply air, noise is produced because of friction between air and entrance of that air in the duct. Next, at return duct also noise is produced. So equipment location. These are in some application isolator types elastometric pad is also used so that it will reduce some amount of noise, and generally material is natural rubber, standard neoprene, Astobridge bearing neoprene. These are the isolator pad I was talking about. This is the isolator pad which is fitted in between your air conditioning system and floor. Neoprene in shear floor mount. Nowadays we are using such type of isolator here which prevents vibration as well as noise. So some isolator types are also used in industry. Springs are used. Reciprocating and centrifugal chillers. Generally reciprocating chillers tend to be quieter than centrifugal for the same load, because in reciprocating chiller, here the figure shows for reciprocating as well as this double hatching shows for reciprocating and single hatching for centrifugal load. Fan noise components. When fan is located inside duct, so there are certain components which will produce noise. First one is the duct length. As the duct length is less, then chances of production of noise will be more. As the duct length is very high, then noise will be very less. Second, aerodynamic noise. As air is considered as fluid, so one layer of fluid will slide over another layer, due to which friction and because of shear stress noise will be produced. And third one, blade passage noise. This blade passage noise is related to blade interaction of blade with respect to air, and it can be calculated as FB, blade passage noise. FB is equal to RPM divided by 60 into N, where N is the number of blade, RPM is the revolution per minute of motor. So fan noise, which is shown in this picture. Free delivery, that is volume flow rate with respect to total pressure, is shown. As the volume flow rate goes on increasing, the total pressure drops down considerably. And there is one break even point also. That point we have to calculate. Fan noise is shown graphically. Total pressure versus volume flow rate, and this is the selection range. Dark black colored part is the selection range of any fan. Estimating fan noise, let's say LW is the fan sound power panel power level, KW is the fan specific value, Q is volume flow rate in CFM, P is static pressure in terms of pressure equivalent of water, BFIM is blade frequency increment. So the formula is given as C is equal to 10 log to the base E Q into P into BFI into C. So diffuser noise. Flow sets the noise level at a given static pressure level forcing the flow. Good aerodynamics are important to low noise from air terminals. So these are the diffuser which are fitted. Some diffusers are also shown here. So diffuser noise can be calculated by this formula. LW is equal to LP into NC into 10 dB. So recommended velocity limits. If it is a plant room, then that velocity is maintained at 5 meter per second. If it is an auditorium shaft, then 2.5 meter per second, and within auditorium it is 2.5. Terminal velocities are critical because there is nothing after the diffuser to provide additional attenuations. Unlined duct. So little absorption from the surface, that is, although some energy is lost to break out noise, so some plane wave propagation when no spreading loss is considered. So duct liner, as I mentioned earlier, some ducts are lined with some material which is important task so that noise can be reduced. So fiberglass lining is lined with internal part of duct, sheet metal duct. So these are the duct liner which is shown here. This is a duct, and from inside which lining materials are used. So when the flow of air becomes turbulent, then tremendous amount of noise is generated. So in order to reduce turbulence, here some different duct work is shown. This is the duct shape and noise control. Stiffness of round duct work reduces breakout noise since the motion of duct wall is restricted. But however, This means that more noise energy stays within the duct and may produce higher noise level at the outlet. This is the discharge noise. The duct vibrates violently and noise is produced. This is the duct lagging. Duct penetration. So for today's video lecture, we'll stop here. Thank you. Thank you.